John, it's Cove Rangers away this Saturday with qualification out of the League Cup group not possible for us now. How important is this game in gearing up towards the league kick-off at Dumbarton?
Yeah, well, it's important from the point of view trying to build momentum. You know, with a really good performance and result against Peterhead, and it becomes the next game, and the next game before Dumbarton, as you say, in the start of the league campaign, which is the priority. You know, the league campaign is the absolute ultimate for us. It's the bread and butter, and you know, that is the opportunity to get to the championship. So everything's geared up to getting in a position where we've had a right good test, and we have had three real good tests up to now. Cove will provide another very stern test, there's absolutely no doubt about that. You know, they've drawn with Dundee at home, and they've gave Inverness a right good run for their money the other night there in Inverness, and actually scored a third goal, which was disallowed for handball. So that in itself will tell you that this is by no means, you know, a gimme or a formality. I think obviously the Rovers went out there and got beat last year, so you know, it's going to be a difficult game. But nonetheless, you know, there are tough games. You know, the game, you know, at 7:45 on Tuesday night, you're going into what was going to be a tough game. You know, the fact that we performed very well and made it a comfortable win, you know, speaks volumes for our performance and the way that we played. So that's what we've got to try and put into place, you know, against Cove on Saturday.
Yeah, and post-match Peterhead, we talked extensively about the performance and, you know, how impressed we were in different phases of the game, starting well. A key feature of the Peterhead game was the 68% possession that we enjoyed and made use of. Silly question, you're looking to repeat that sort of stat or performance on Saturday?
Yeah, you know, I think everyone, it's nice if you can put a performance on and win football matches. I think that's the perfect situation to perform. If you play a certain style and play in a particular way, then you generally know if it's working or it's not working. You know, now, then if you're just kind of like just playing off the cuff and it's not working, you're not really going to know if it's not working or whatever if you don't actually have anything that's in place, you know. So ideally you would have a performance which is based around your style of play, which means you can say A, B, C and D is like very, very good, and we need to work on E and F and G and the rest of it, you know, that type of thing. And that's exactly where we are. If we can perform, you're hoping the result is going to come with it, that you create enough opportunities and you take them while they come along. So if that's based on high percentage of possession or a very low percentage of possession, Leicester won Premier League in England with very low possession because we're a counter-attacking team with Jimmy Vardy who running behind, who was a flying machine. But they defended a hell of a lot and defended very well. But then in the counter-attack, they were very, very quick. So possession, you know, it doesn't mean a lot if it's no base round. That was how Leicester wanted to play, so their possession wouldn't have been high. But what they showed for that possession was goals. You know, that was their style, and there's nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing wrong with it. You know, if you can perfect something, there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. We, on the whole, are a possession-based team who try to pass the ball, we try to play fast-flowing football. And the other night there, it came off. It also came off against Inverness. It also came off at times against Dundee. But our Achilles heel of losing goals, didn't recognise the performances that we had put in, because it was still good parts of these games, but it was clouded over and shadowed over by the scoreline, which was a 3-0 defeat and a 4-1 defeat. And a lot of people just look at that. Our performances were not as bad as the scoreline suggests, in my opinion. So I didn't think we were a bad team. I said it after Inverness, and we produced a performance that beat a team who had already drawn with Dundee and Inverness, you know, who have shown, you know, Inverness have done great in pre-season, you know, some of the early games, and also, you know, Dundee put on a really good performance against us. They're kind of like not kicked on from there, and that's I'd say that's more about Dundee than anyone else. So no, I'm very happy where we are. We know we're going to go into a tough game. This Cove Rangers are showing a lot of ambition. The new stadium they've got. I mean, Aberdeen as a town, a city, is a very rich city. You know, there's a lot of money in Aberdeen, and obviously Cove are a rich football club who are putting that into the quality of the players that they've got on the pitch, which has managed to get them into League Two, and they're favourites to win League Two. So there's a lot of people out there think that they have got a right good chance. So that again means that we've got a real test on Saturday, which will be perfect. That's what we want. Every game's a test, and that will get us into good shape, good condition for when we go to play Dumbarton at Dumbarton.
Yeah. And looking at the Cove setup there, you mentioned the new stadium. There's also some familiar faces there. Paul Hartley, Tam Ritchie in the dugout, and also on the field Jimmy Scott that you'll know well from Livy. Good to see them again.
Yeah, exactly. No, exactly. I think that speaks volumes to get a manager in with the quality of Paul Hartley, taking the step into League Two to the team that's just been promoted. It's speaks volumes for Paul as well to take that on. Tom obviously has worked with Paul for a number of years, and so that was a kind of a formality that Tom would be working with Paul. Jimmy's a character. He's a real character. But he can turn it on. He can turn it on whenever he wants. So he needs to be watched. I think Mitch Megginson had a wee spell here at the Rovers as well. Yeah. So for our benefit, he's suspended at the weekend, having gotten sent off against Inverness. But again, he's another player who's probably known to the Raith Rovers fans. Yeah. So yeah, there's not so many other ones I don't think that are so well known. They've taken Glass on loan from Declan Glass from Dun United on loan, who played against us with Airdrie the second half of the season, who's a very good player. He managed to assist in 2 goals for Mitch Megginson the other night there. They've got Chris Antionazzi now on loan from Aberdeen, who's liable to start the game. Obviously the lad Scully, they've got the centre mid. He got an injury on Tuesday night in the Inverness game. He had to come off stretchered off, so we don't expect him to play. So Paul, with the suspension and the injury, he'll probably have to shuffle his pack a little bit, but we'll be ready for whatever.
Yeah, overall they seem to have recruited very solidly for the level of football that they're at, with a view to moving up the way. Yeah,
well, if you look at the squad, they've got a big squad, but there's no actually relating on a Saturday because of some games only 3 and 4 subs, and I think the last one managed to have 5 subs on the bench. So I don't actually know all the squad that Paul's got, or if some are on holiday, or some are got longer term injuries, and exactly where they are. But at the end of the day, it's 11v11.
And finally, first league game on the Saturday. After that, you're looking forward to when the real competitive stuff actually starts, aren't you?
Yeah, I mean, we come in for pre-season training at the very start, and you work really hard, and everything's getting condensed into a shorter time scale than it used to be, because we obviously started the League Cup campaign. So we have 4 friendlies, and we're not going to play 4, or we have played, Saturday we'll have played 4 of these League Cup ties. And then you start the big one. So for me, you come back pre-season training, and there's a wee buzz about the first actual game, friendly, and then you play your 4 friendlies, and there's a wee buzz about the first competitive game. Before you know it, you're playing 8 games before you actually play the first league game, which is the actual priority. For me, I would much rather the first league game was the first competitive game.
Yeah.
I've got nothing against the League, Cup ties being there. For me, I would ideally prefer, because there's a right buzz about it, but you've played 8 games, it's like, it's a quarter of the season almost. 9 games a quarter of the season, so you've played 8 games before you go into the league campaign, and so it'll still be a buzz, but I think it loses a wee bit. You play your pre-season friendlies and you start with your first competitive game. It's the big league game, and that would be best for ourselves. But they'll still want to get out and win the game against Dumbarton when it comes along, and the 35 games that come after that. But I just think there's you're building up and continue having to produce a buzz type thing, which you have to do every week. But I just think play pre-season friendlies and start the league on the 3rd of August and throw the league ties in midweek as it previously was, would be, in my opinion, better.
Yeah. Well, it's a long build up and we're all looking forward to this Saturday and then the Saturday after. Thanks for that, John, and good luck.
Thank you.
Cheers.